Hey, thanks, Dad. Well, today we're getting wild in the caveman kitchen because we're cooking outside today. And I'm here with Jim Kinberg, who's executive chef of Fire Lake Grill House and Cocktail Lounge. And Jim, I understand we're cooking Minnesota-grown walleye and crayfish today.
We are. Very local dinner we're preparing.
They pinch if you're not careful.
Fantastic. And what are the first steps to getting this type of stovetop ready?
Cooking over a campfire is probably the most primitive method of cooking possible. The one thing I will advise you is starting the coals early. Start that fire early, let it cook down into coals. It'll give you a nice base heat to cook over.
And I see you have some beer boiling here. It's about to boil.
We do. We have some local crawfish. These are actually the invasive species that we want to cook up and get out of our lakes. These are the rusties. They call them rusties because they have that little rusty color. They got little pinchers, but delicious crawfish. So we're going to make a meal out of these today. Make a little sauce, put it over the pan-fried walleye.
All right, let's get started. So I see we have the hot skillet ready to go.
Yeah, we put the grate down. We got the skillet on top of those coals. We're gonna put a little bit of oil right in that pan, and we're just gonna wait for that oil to start sizzling.
And what kind of oil are you using?
Olive oil.
So we're waiting for the oil to get hot. Yep. And now, what type of breading are you using on my Minnesota favorite fish, walleye?
Well, this is straight off our Fire Lake menu. This is our classic kind of shore lunch. We soak in a little buttermilk, seasoned cornmeal, and just give it a nice thin little crisp crust.
Keep it simple is the theme.
Exactly.
So it looks like our oil is ready.
Our oil is ready. You want to hear that nice sizzle when you put it in the pan. I like cooking with cast iron over the campfire. Number one, if it gets black, it doesn't matter because it's already black. Number two, it's nice and thick, so it holds in that heat, keeps a nice steady heat to it. So as the walleye is getting crispier in the pan, this is a great time to start our crawfish. So we've got a little beer that's boiling right over the coals there, and we'll just dump these guys right in there. All right, so let's check underneath, and it should be nice and golden brown, just like that.
Delicious.
All right, so you can tell our walleye is done, firm to the touch. It's got a nice crispy golden crust on both sides. And then with the crawfish, you can always tell when these guys are done when they turn bright red like that. So that's what we're looking for. They're about as close to lobster as we can get in Minnesota.
And now we're going to cook a sauce right in the skillet?
We are. So what I've done is I've taken some crawfish I already cooked off and just took the tail meat out. So that's what we're going to use as kind of the base. Throw those guys right in there. Take some diced tomatoes. Got some green onions. And then we're just going to hit that with a little bit of heavy cream. Take some of that beer that we simmered. So we're just going to let this kind of cook down, reduce, thicken up, let all those flavors come together, and then we'll pour it right over the fish.
Look at that. So easy, so delicious, and look how gourmet you can be
Around the campfire.
around the campfire. Jim, this looks amazingly delicious.
Thank you.
And if you too want to impress your friends, go out and get wild in the caveman kitchen. It's easy to do.